we have to change our own world, our view set about how we see ourselves, the amount of belief that we have in self, and it happens to experience. Welcome once again to another brand new episode of the Motivational Maniac podcast. I go by the name of Thando Nkonyana. I am your host. We greet this episode in the lovely name, holy name of Shiva. We are thankful to the one above. We wouldn't be here without his almighty grace. Thank you so much to everyone who supported us up until this far. We are gracing the last few days of 2025. And to be honest, it's been an amazing, successful, dreading, ups and downs, tribulation, challenges. This year has been full of everything, man. It just has a recipe of actually preparing you for what's due to you, man. The reason why I'm starting this one off on this note is because we spend so much time focusing on what has gone wrong instead of focusing on what has gone right. And let me tell you about what has gone right for me. This year actually was a bit of a challenge for me in terms of when it came to commitment to like the content creation journey. And it was our second season that we actually pushed the video revolution and Motivational Maniac. And like our only competition, man, was ourselves. And it was really important for us to take it as it comes, one step at a time. I just, over the tenure of this episode, I'm going to be reflecting on like the things that even drove me further forward. It's a year that has also been filled with a lot of very hurting stuff, a lot of reality checks. And those reality checks, I had to like put myself in that position where I can be able to like get it right. But I always say it always comes with the territory, man. Like you are yourself, man, experiencing this thing called life. And I thrive on the fact that it doesn't have a formula, man. I've always, when I even began the podcast, I wanted to do things like people. I didn't quite understand that you are the experiment yourself, you're the scientist. Whenever it comes to anything in your life that you have to make a success of, like you have to set the intention, expose yourself to things that are going to give you the initiative to try it out. And I think being my own competition actually helps, man. And I encourage other people as well in their own journey to become their own competition, be a catalyst of your own growth. Like Muhammad Gandhi said, be the change that you want to see in the world, man. And sometimes we literally think it's a physical world that we have to change, but we have to change our own world, our view set about how we see ourselves, the amount of belief that we have in self, and it happens to experience. And some of these experiences are very hurting, man, but they fix something that is a requirement. And I just was thinking the other day about the word that my sister's husband said to me. He said, certain lessons you have to learn because you don't want to listen. You want to do something over and over again, and you don't have to learn it the hard way. I understand some lessons obviously come with the hardship, but the conversation he had with me, like, you don't have to learn things the hard way. All you have to do is to listen. Mamela, take accountability for your actions zako. Be as honest, even if it might not be to your liking, but be honest about the outcomes of that. And understand that every single day you are a day closer, you are a step closer to the reality that you seek, as long as you are taking the necessary action. You know, a well-lived life is not something that you discover over one day. It's a series of you like going into the wrong direction. And I've always reminded people in my own journey as well, that you can for 20 years take the wrong direction, but it will just take that one decision, that one day for you to make the ultimate decision to be like, okay, nah, what I'm doing is not actually working. And it takes honesty, man. It really takes honesty. So in between this roller coaster of this year, 2025, I don't want to lie, I judged myself a lot this year. The reason why is because you are comparing yourself to someone else. You are comparing your page 10 to someone else's page 100. You see? And you're doing yourself a disservice. You're doing yourself a lot of disrespect. In fact, you don't trust in your own self that you are capable. And my business partner always reminds me, it's only outside noise, bro. It's only outside noise. Stick to your vision. Stick to your dream. Take a step closer to where you were. Make a reality. It's not going to be easy. You're going to fail a lot. Things won't work out. But throw yourself 100% into everything that you do. Even if it doesn't work out, it failed. You didn't fail. So that was the catalyst. So it was a very hurtful year. It started off very hurtful. Old habits, they do die hard. I found myself in a bit of a rut, man, where I thought, what is in my past actually should be in my future. And you can set yourself back by not wanting to accept like how things are right now. Like you adapting to the current reality because you're still in fixation of what could have gone wrong. You see, no matter how much we analyze the past, no matter how much we think if we had made a different decision, it would have worked out differently, it's still not going to change. The past is a room that we used to live in. We can visit that room, but we no longer live there. But it can also become addictive if you visit your past often than you are present and also trying to imagine the future. Because your capabilities and what you could become is only in your future. Nothing good is in your past. Yes, it's okay for you to reminisce. It's okay for you to look back. But there's nothing good in your past. Especially if you are looking at it negatively. So the reason why I do these reflections on the current state of minds is to drive myself even further forward. It's to inspire self. And I want to start off with this note. Getting 10 people to actually listen to your content. At one point, that used to be far-fetched. I literally went 2 years before I started to have conversations on the show on season 3. People can go back on Motivational Maniac. It was still the audio at that time. 2 years, people weren't even listening. Like if I could even get one person to listen to one episode, that was an achievement on its own. I was like, shit, I'm literally doing it. But I realized at that time that I needed to shift my focus not on the consumption, but on the creation itself. How can I be able to improve my product? How can I be able to tell it a better way? How can I be able to articulate myself better? And it shows that I pointed this back to myself. I was the biggest landmark. I was in my way. In my way, in a sense where the only thing that could make things better is if I critically analyze the outcome of that work and realize that there is still more work to do. that is when I realized, you know what? Wanting something is one thing. Having to take the necessary action to make that thing a reality is something else, man. Like, this is not a joke, bruh. It's not a joke. And I understand that it comes from my heart, man, because it took years for me to actually sharpen this tool. I'm still sharpening the tool. Yes, sometimes I feel like I'm a bit complacent because of the place that I currently am. But then I still have to remind myself that all the work, all the tiny actions took me to where I currently am at this current moment. And I should be grateful, man. I want you to take time in your life, even if it's just 5 minutes, and have that conversation with the higher power in whatever way that you relate to. Some of us call it Shiva, sorry. Some of us call him God. Some of us Mvedinglange, some of us Allah. Any kind of way that you can relate to the higher power and give him thanks that he's taken you up until this part, Thando. And for you to actually acknowledge that he's still going to take you places, but you need to trust in his plan. You need to continue being a vessel. You're only being used by him. And all these gifts don't belong to me. They belong to him. And if I can use them in a way, not just helping others, but helping myself become the true reality of who I want to become. Because the one thing that always drives me is, what is the future version of Thando going to be doing? 2025 is literally the first year that I started to buy books. I didn't see any form of value in investing in physical hard copy books because I had digitized versions. But it was just different, man. It was just like investing in yourself is something that we take so lightly. We invest in our image. We invest in our wardrobe. But do we ever invest in our mental capacity? Reading to me is like downloading information. Even the habit of reading itself, it's still something that baffles me, that there's someone out there who's written something that I don't have to go and experience, but I can be able to learn from it through a book and apply it in my own life. I still find it baffling, man. Maybe it's because I'm enticed by knowledge. I love being knowledgeable. I love passing on information. I love inspiring people. I love motivating people. And it's something that's embedded in me, man. I just love it, bro. And you see, when you love something, you don't even care if you get paid. At first. But eventually, our gifts will take us into places where the value that we provide to the marketplace is what we're going to be able to be compensated by. Some of us are not actually being honest about the value that we bring to the marketplace, but we're expecting outcomes that are huge. We want the millions. We want the mega bucks. But what value are we actually bringing to the marketplace? So from those 10 people watching my show at that time, like I said, remember, it's a ladder that I'm actually climbing. And who is in my way? I am in my own way. So it started from having one person excited. I celebrated the hell out of getting one subscriber. I went months and months and months, and I was just pumping. And I think I tweaked this for Marcus Brownlee, the top tech YouTuber in the world, when he said about his journey that he put out 100 videos and then he started to analyze what was going right, what was going wrong, and so on. But remember, he was also inspired by the fun of actually, like, he was enticed by technology itself. That's also another element of me, besides me being a motivational speaker and a podcaster. I'm also a techie as well. But that's something that I took from him. And it's something that when I watch creators, there's a part that I want to take, that I want to apply in terms of how I approach my work. Not because I want to be them. No, I don't want to be them. I'm trying to be myself. I'm trying to discover what makes me tick. But the beauty about the creation journey itself is that you still have an opportunity and initiative to learn from other people who are doing well in their own lane. If you could understand that success is there for each and every one of us as long as we put in the necessary work, the necessary planning, the execution, the perseverance, understanding it's not going to happen overnight, being realistic, pushing through the hard times, working even if you don't get rewarded. It's all of those things that we don't see, but we only see that one day. In one of the earlier current states of mind, everyone in season 8, everyone wants to be jealous of your results. No one was there when you are failing and try again and working out and try again and crying and wanting to give up. You have to get yourself up, going back to the habits, going back to the drawing boards, being nice to yourself, being tender. No one is there. Everyone wants your results, but no one wants to do the work for you to get those results. For a minute, let's put envy and jealousy aside and ask ourselves, is this person that I'm jealous of, am I willing to do what they did to get the work and the outcomes and the results that that person got? Am I really capable? Yes, you are. But are you willing? Where there's a will, there's a way. I'm willing to die for this shit. I'm willing to lose people for this shit because I believe in that. It's no one else's dream to believe in your dream except yourself. It's no one else's responsibility to make your dream a reality other than yourself. You want people to have pity for you for something that God showed you. And then when it doesn't work out, you want to blame other people, but you blame yourself the least. How hypocritical are you? But yet when you win, you want to take the credit. But when you lose, you want to export the blame. Realize you are your biggest enemy. Who are you when things don't go your way? Who are you when you lose? What conversation are you having with yourself when you lose? Is it a constructive conversation? Or are you breaking yourself down, or are you building yourself up? You have to understand every single loss comes with a lesson. And up until you learn that lesson can keep on repeating itself. It's literally the same problem dressed in different clothing, brother and sister. I'm not sure you're hearing me. You are the reason why you are not where you are. It's not the climate. It's not the political landscape. It's not the economy. It's you. How are you preventing yourself from making it a reality? So if I can't get 10, that's on me. I need to go experiment and see. Why? Why are they dropping off after 10 seconds of watching? Why is this one the most popular one? Maybe I need to. You see? You're being experimental. You see? You're being critical. You see? You're trying to fix yourself. You realize that it's your fault. Taking accountability and blame doesn't mean you're weak, bro. Doesn't mean that. All it means is that, yo, I can be able to do better. I can. I'm literally 10xing myself. From 2 years ago, I couldn't even sit in front of this and do this. I thought, oh no, I need to have my videography here. People have lives to figure out, bro. They have lives to figure out. Be fine with that. Be fine with your friends figuring life out. It's not because they forgot you. It's because everyone is dealing with a lot. Give people an opportunity to be available 100% for their struggle. And when God allows time for you guys to link up, then it will happen. That is your opportunity to discuss strategy. Yo, bro, I went down the mountain. This is what I went through. I could have done this. But you know what? It's time for us to get back on the saddle. They call me angry, bro. They call me a very angry person. But I know I'm not angry. I know that I'm passionate. And I will take it personal. I'll really take it personal. And I want to remind you, the same energy that you had when you told me it ain't possible for me, when things start working out, keep that same energy. Keep that distance. The very same people that were not actually picking up your phone when you called for help, when it's your time, don't pick up the phone. Don't pick up the phone, bro. They didn't even hesitate to be there for you. Now you're expected to give when you ain't getting none. 2026, we're matching energies, bro. You give nothing, you get nothing. Simple. We give time to those who value it. Whoever pours in gets the utmost value. Whoever brings prosperity deserves the most time. We ain't got time for that shit now no more. We ain't got time. You can guilt trip us, man. That's why I'm saying keep the very same energy. When you told me my podcast don't go work, keep the same energy, my G. When shit start popping out, keep the same energy, my G. Don't want to come on my show, bro. Don't want to come at my table, bro. Keep that very same energy. When you knew you could have helped and you decided not to help, keep that same energy, my G. It's a matter of self-protection. Guys, we need to protect our energy, bro. We need to protect our dreams from these naysayers. People are going to come into your life and want to project, bro. They want to project, oh, this shit ain't possible. How could you do it? That shit ain't impossible for you, bro. But for me, it's possible. Even the word impossible says, I'm possible. Nigga, I will turn a negative into a positive. Look at me now. Who am I with? Alone. Doesn't being in the toilet remind you that when shit goes down, you're always gonna be alone? So you might as well figure this shit out alone. You might as well do this shit alone. You might as well, bro. Are you hearing me? This is the best time for you to execute. This is literally the best time that you can ever believe in yourself, bro. Lock in. Lock in, bro. Don't be distracted. Lock the fuck in, bro. That's how I show myself I love me. I turn up. Work out, nigga. Meditate. That's your I love you. Doesn't matter what someone else does. But what is your best form of self-love? That's taking care of yourself, Thando. That's you putting out the podcast. That's you having the conversations. That's you reading the books. That's you forgiving yourself. That's you going to therapy. That's you being present as a father, being present as a brother. That's you going for your dreams. That's you planning for the future. That's you forgiving yourself. That's for you walking in nature. That's for you growing. That's for you. Because I love myself. It's no one's job to love me. I don't need you to love me. I've always had me. To close this one off, we are in the festive season. To everyone out there, this is actually a time where it's going to be right for people to lose their lives, for people to make stupid decisions. I want you within you having fun. Remember, there's still January coming. There's still a new year that you have to face. I understand we all want to blow some steam after a tough year and so on. Some of us are celebrating. It depends on what we're celebrating. Some of us are not celebrating. Some of us are locking into our dreams. It depends, man, about where you are as a person. Some of us, we thrive on this time because we haven't seen our families for the entire year. Some of us haven't seen our family for years. Some of us are going to start families. Some of us are going to do things differently. But within all of that, make sure that you are around people that care about you. That's all I ask of you. Ask yourself, do these people that I'm around right now actually care about my well-being? If something could happen right now, if I could lose my job, would they be able to be there for me? If I could lose myself, would they be able to be there for me? Because in countless times, we don't want to be as honest as we can be about who are we becoming because of the people that we're around. Remember, when tough times come, the people that are going to be there are those who matter the most to you. Make sure that you build a relationship with self. Take care of yourself. Be safe out there. And as the Motivational Maniac, it's another current state of mind. The last one of 2025. 2026, you're going big, baby. I hope the Almighty Shiva guides us further. He pours into our cups, most importantly. He opens doors for us. He brings prosperity. And most importantly, He protects us. I love and appreciate everyone who's contributed positively to the journey, negatively as well. Every form of energy is appreciated, man. But remember, you can't stop what didn't start. As long as I have breath in these lungs, I'm going to keep motivating. I am the Motivational Maniac. My name is Thando Nkonyana. Namaste and shalom.